I'm here to report something else to the courts. When I go to McDonald's, I found that the Big Mac sauce is not actually Big Mac sauce. It tastes rancid. It tastes like maybe a month-old Big Mac sauce that's been sitting there, probably rehydrated with a little bit of water or some kind of piss or something to make it fucking necromantic in nature. Okay, that, according to the Terrorism Act, because it endangered my life. It says, okay, Terrorism Act. Terrorism means the use of threat of action where the action falls within subsection 2. Subsection 2 says action falls within this subsection if it involves serious violence against a person, which they might be threatening to do because I'm going to sue them for what they forced me to eat, what they fed me, what they served me. Okay, and I trusted them that they would live up to the standards of quality that McDonald's is known for. And I used to work at that McDonald's, and I used to uphold those standards of quality for every customer that came in, including my friends. And you know what? They do not, they're FBI agents, they're undercover, and they are gonna threaten to involve serious violence against the person, which is me. And I believe that in the future they are gonna bring serious violence to me. So that actually falls within the subsection of subsection 2 under stipulation A, and that, or paragraph A, and that is of a count of terrorism in that they probably already thought of. If you subpoena their thoughts and see if they thought of killing me or of hurting me because they were told by the FBI inside of their minds that they're going to be sued, okay, then that already falls within involves serious violence against the person, okay, and then subsection B says it involves serious damage to property, okay. Let's just see if they come to my house and maybe cause some problems to my property, okay, and then subsection C says it endangers a person's life other than that of the person committing the action. Okay, if you're endangering my life by feeding me something that's necromancy, it's literally necromantic in nature. So that, I mean, it could be piss from a dead person that they extracted after they killed the person or after they caused them intense human suffering that forces the loosh inside of them to come out, and all the hormones of death. And when you're being killed, your whole system produces a negative vibe that if someone eats that meat, it poisons them. It poisons them, and it brings them to a lower vibration of consciousness. Okay, so they did that to the meat that I was eating. They fed me retarded baby pig fetus meats that they're babies. They fuck them up, they torture them, they beat them and make them retarded, and then they kill them, and then they serve the meat and they send it to McDonald's, and McDonald's serves it to us. And I'm not the only one that they're targeting. You know what? I actually think I am their number one target but they have to make it plausibly deniable so that it seems like they always cheat their customers, or they always feed them nasty things because they're rogue. They're really just a rogue business now. But okay, they've been doing it to at least one other customer in the restaurant, and they've been feeding them the same nasty, inedible, necromantic meat glue, necromantic retarded baby pig fetus's meat, the blood of the sacrifice of the retarded baby pig fetus. That blood is dripped into the oil and then served on top of the French fries and the hash browns so that it tastes like retarded baby pig fetus meat. This is some little runt shit. Some runts, okay? And of course, the terrorists who forced McDonald's by force, when they use the threat of action falling within subsection 2, which involves the use of firearms or explosives, is terrorism, whether or not subsection 1B is satisfied. Okay, so the people who strong-armed McDonald's and forced them to do that committed section 3, and they are charged as being terrorists. Okay, and McDonald's, okay, so they're endangering a person's life other than that of the person committing the action. That is endangering my life because necromancy, if you know anything about war, you know that when armies used to fight, and one was sieging the other. When after some killing happened, and after the people inside were starting to die of hunger, or not before they died of hunger, with the opposing arm, with the no, espérate, I'm doing, puedes meterte, por favor, métete, déjame hablar by myself, métete. The attacking army that was sieging the battle would send the dead bodies that were rotting and being filled with bacteria, viruses, and parasites, and they were rotting of death. They would throw the dead bodies over the fucking walls of the city, and the dead bodies would infect the air, and essentially bring death and death into the people of the population that are inside. It would poison them and kill them. So essentially, if they're doing necromancy on me, it endangers my life, other than endangers a person's life, and it meets the qualifications for section 2 and then B, which says, C, endangers a person's life other than the person committing the action. And then it also meets subsection D, which is creates serious risk to the health or the safety of the public or a section of the public. That is a serious risk to my health. I am the public, and the other person who's also having to eat the nasty necromantic meat and the nasty meat glue and the nasty propylene glycol that comes in the coffee and in the coffee creamer, propylene glycol, or possibly like spermatozoa from cows or bulls, whatever the hell that is. And so essentially, it's another charge of terrorism. It creates a serious risk to the health or safety of the public or a section of the public. And you know what? I have proof that another customer in McDonald's called Brandon said that he does not like what McDonald's has been serving lately. And he said it's some really fucking foul shit, okay? Okay, he can attest that their food is not up to the quality standards. And you know what? So I bet you that a lot of other people can do the same, okay? And that... I'm telling you, if they're creating a serious risk to my health, I think they're targeting me because the FBI told me that the ketchup they're serving, it no longer tastes like ketchup. They're saying it's full of blood, necromantic blood, and it also has bile, necromantic bile that they extracted from a dead body that they possibly seriously killed recently. Okay, a dead body, fresh bile, fresh blood, and then. Okay, they serve it in the ketchup packets that they always used to have. Okay, and they always bring me the same ketchup package when I order ketchup. Now, here's how I know that they're targeting me. I've noticed, I was observing as an observational psychologist that I am. Okay, I've been trained like that. I can do that. Okay, I noticed that when someone went up to them and asked them for ketchup, they went to a different location where a different set of ketchups are. They're a different packet from a different manufacturer. And what happened was that those ketchups were given to the people. And I noticed that when I asked for ketchup, they gave me the ones that had necromantic blood and necromantic bile. And you know what? That is targeting of me. And that is very concerning that they're creating a serious risk to the health and the safety of me and the public. And it endangers my life. And what the people who forced McDonald's to do that, they're doing is that it's designed seriously to interfere with or seriously disrupt an electronic system. McDonald's is an electronic system, and everything that they say that they're selling, they're spoofing it, or they're cooking the books. They're cooking the books, and they're not showing really what's really happening. Okay, so there really are almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 charges of terrorism. 3 for McDonald's and 2 for the people who are strong-arming McDonald's. Okay? And you know what? I caught them targeting me, singling me out, and serving other people real ketchup and real mustard. When, for me, I only get the necromantic poison version. They're poisoning me to death. I'm surprised that I'm still alive. I probably have many parasites, many bacteria, and many viruses inside of my body because of all the necromantic shit they served me. Okay, and these guys are FBI agents, and they're being told that I'm going to sue them and that I have charges against them, and they're going to be classified as terrorists according to the Terrorism Act. I just laid it out for you, okay? That's the case. I am the prosecutor and the defense attorney, okay? And the judge. Want to know what the judge gonna say? That's 3 counts of terrorism. Fuck you. And 2 counts of terrorism for the terrorists who coerced McDonald's into doing that. And they're also coercing O'Brien's, and also that's 3 counts of terrorism for the terrorists. And then they're also coercing Walgreens to lace my drugs and to not give me real medicine. That is 4 counts of terrorism for them. And you know what? Those guys are undercover agents in the FBI, and they think they can get away with terrorizing me and poisoning me to death. They're really trying to take me out of the game. You know what? They're really the ones who are going to be charged with probably life in prison or more. Okay? And you know what? That, to me, them hearing that because the FBI is transmitting what I'm saying to them, that to me falls within another subsection of terrorism. If it involves serious violence against a person, okay? it endangers a person's life. It creates a serious risk to health. Those are 3. And subsection 3 says the use of threat of action falling within subsection 2, which involves the use of firearms or explosives, is terrorism, whether or not subsection 1b is satisfied. They may not use firearms or explosives, or they may. And if they don't have it, they're going to have other weaponry. And they're literally, they harassed me today as I walked by because I had some business in the neighborhood. Okay, I live here. I have some business in the neighborhood. I had to go get another lawsuit because these guys have been abusing me for years. And I'm done standing around and taking it. So, you hear that, McDonald's. You have charges of terrorism against you. And your boss, Dennis Grasspointer, was notified yesterday. He's going to let you know that he's suing you. And he's taking you to prison. And you're all going to pay out over $1 billion out of your pocket. For rubbing his good reputation through the mud. Dennis Grasspointer and Justin Grasspointer had an impeccable reputation. They were known as one of the best McDonald's proprietors in California and in the nation. You cannot tarnish my good boss's good name. I am McDonald's too. I am McDonald's worker. I'm OG McDonald's, actually. OG McDonald's. You guys are new G McDonald's, okay? Let my crew team teach you how to serve real food, okay? Your team doesn't even care about your work, okay? Your team is just there for appearances. And let me guess, everybody in the store is a CIA or FBI agent. Oh, and they're all there to steal lawsuits or to order what I ordered so that they can later just take a little sip and then go to the judge and say, oh, they gave me some necromantic drink, some necromantic piss, some necromantic shit in my food, some inedible meat glue. And then the judge's gonna say, okay, I'll give you like a huge bunch of money for that. They're all taking advantage of what they're doing to me, and they're learning from me.